Good evening everybody and welcome back to JWE Wednesday Night Wingcrest. Here in Edmonton, Alberta, where we're coming off of a pretty exciting conclusion to our Centennial Week and now preparing for a Summer Smackdown with a matchup between Kasumi Yoshizawa and Lora. Will the Phantom Thief finally break through, or will the champion continue to annoy the women's Cruiserweight division? Meanwhile, you have a hard-hitting showdown as Matt takes on Raiden to start our night. Kaine looks to repeat what she managed to do last week in her match against Morag, and Nina steps away from his role as temporary referee and becomes a legitimate opponent as he shares the ring with Jaren for the second time in just 2 weeks. So get ready for what should be a fun night of action, because this is Wingcrest. And here we go, starting off our night. As I said before,
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from the internet, weighing in at 215 pounds, Matt.
It is, man, I'm having a hard time speaking today. It is Matt.
And his opponent from the other side of darkness, weighing in at 175 pounds, Raiden.
And his opponent, it is a cyborg ninja himself, Raiden. And not Jack the Ripper, whom we haven't seen since last week, or last year. And here we go, both men ready, refereeing's bell. Matt immediately running towards Raiden, who avoids his big boot, and then Matt jumping over Raiden's dive to the leg, and turning that into a somewhat of a headlock. Stomping down on the forehead. And now locking each other up, collar and elbow. And now into a wrist lock. Matt with the ground and pound. Stomp to the chest. And a strong right hand from the corner, spinning heel kick. And a suplex. Matt middle rope. Diving splash. But Raiden with a head scissor toss into a moonsault into the cover. There's one, almost two, but Matt kicks out. And there's the Pele kick. Now the match can end. Diving Axano drop. Looking for the step-up forearm, but Matt pushing him aside. Irish whip, diving underneath, and a Superman punch. And not going for the cover. Instead, Matt heading to the corner. The windup. And the pitch, but Raiden turning that around. Looking for the moonsault off the middle rope, but Matt grabbing him before he can. And the cover, there's 1, 2. Raiden kicks out. Matt heading up top. Turning around. Looking for the moonsault senton, but Raiden rolling out of the way, now going for the cover immediately after that botched attempt. Matt kicking out at 1, but Raiden on the offense. Raiden with a power bomb. Knife edge shots to the leg. And a tilt-whirl arm drag. Top rope now. Turning around. Corkscrew. Shooting star press into the cover. There's 2. And Raiden with an enziguri. Not entirely sure why he waited. But now dragging Matt away from the ropes. Looking for the cover. There's 1, 2. Matt kicks out. Matt with a jawbreaker. Off of that reversal, turning Raiden around. Modified choke slam, and Raiden rolling to the western ropes. Knife edge chop. Working the leg. And a Superman punch, but Matt not quite done. Irish whip letting Raiden run. And a Thez press. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Here is your winner, Matt.
Not quite as much action as I was expecting between these two, but still. Yeah, that was definitely Matt versus Raiden. Yeah. And for our next matchup, introducing first, representing the Diamonds,
Making her way to the ring,
She is the beauty thief of the Phantom Thieves, Haru Okumura. And her opponent, she is one half of your women's tag team champions. She is the Aegis, Mythra.
And her opponent, representing the Shield from Elysian Fields, one half of the Grand Prix Women's Tag Team Champions,
And here we go, ref rings the bell. And Haru immediately looking for the spinning back fist, but attacked by Mythra, who now sends her down into a headlock. Haru trying to get back up to her feet, but Mythra holding on tight. But now Haru escaping to the back. Rear waist lock applied. Mythra trying to get out. Haru holding on tight. And a headlock now. Knee to the side of the head. Leg drop, but nobody's home. Irish whip diving underneath. Over the top, and now Mythra with a shoulder barge. And stomping down on the hand. Slamming Haru head first into the canvas. And trying to get her back up to her feet. Walking the tightrope. Diving double leg drop kick. And just scrubbing the face against the canvas. Elbow drop to the spine. Top rope. Elbow drop right between the shoulders. Into the cover. 1, 2. Elbow drop to the chest. Irish whip. Planted backbreaker. Into the cover. There's 2. Haru kicks out. And Haru catching the kick. Trying to turn this match around. Irish whip. And a strong right hand into a roundhouse. And a leg drop right across the throat. But Mythra with a planted powerbomb. Looking for a... No, I thought she was looking for a finisher, but I guess not. Spinning back kick to the stomach, stomp to the hand. And a diving accidental drop to the chest. Going for the cover. Drop kick between the shoulders. And Mythra just not letting that slight moment, or those couple of slight moments, get to her, but Haru finding a key, escaping with an elbow, or with the elbows, and now sending Mythra into the corner, shoulders to the spine, knee to the chest. And a top rope crossbody from Haru. Stomping down in the forehead. And now Haru, the women's rights. Into the cover. 1, 2. Mythra kicks out. And now Haru setting up Mythra for a guillotine DDT. But Mythra kicking out. Picking up Haru. Spinning heel kick. Up over suplex. Or a snap suplex. And heading up top. Knee drop? Elbow drop? I have no idea, but something dropped. There's 2 in a rope break. How did Haru reach... How was that a rope break? How did Haru reach? I have no idea. And now Mythra. I think that's the unpretty, or maybe, I don't know, but there's 2, there's 3. I have to say, Haru putting up one hell of an effort. A lot more of a fight than I thought she would. And yeah, what connected there, I have no idea. And how was this a rope break? The rope just kind of teleported near her hand. Yeah, I don't get this game, man.
Here is your winner,
And Mythra showing why she is one half of your women's tag team champions. Despite Haru desperately trying to, you know, not show that. I have no idea what I was gonna say there, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm tired. My brain is fried. And next up, introducing first, he is the leader of the Phantom Thieves, Ren Amamaya. It is Joker.
Weighing in at 148 pounds, the Phantom Joker.
And his opponent,
And his opponent, representing the Blade Runners, from Camelot, weighing in at 144 pounds.
representing the Vision Warriors. Man, I almost forgot what they're called for a moment. Representing the Vision Warriors, he is the master of the Monado, the hero of the Homs, Shulk. And here we go. Ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle, and Joker immediately working on Shulk, sending him down, going for a very quick cover. Only not even going to be one. And Joker work on the neck. Moonsault. Going for the cover. That's going to be one, but Shulk kicks out very quickly. And a stomp to the upper arm. Into the cover again. Again, only going to be one. And Shulk sending Joker over the top rope. Joker trying to fight back, but an enziguri. And into the corner, back into the ring. Joker up top, diving elbow drop. Into the cover, there's two. Shulk kicks out. And Shulk sending Joker for an Irish whip now. Slipping underneath, and Joker the clothesline. And a sling blade. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Shulk kicks out. Up. Over, down. And the cover again. There's two Joker kick Shulk. Again kicking out, and now Joker looking for the finish, but Shulk catching the kick. Joker with an enziguri. Drop kick to the chest. Heading up top. And now Joker aborting that. I have no idea what he was, why. And are we looking for the cutter? I have no idea. Legitimately, what is Joker doing? I cannot tell you. Diving arm drag. Back to the inside is Shulk. And Joker walking him to the northwest corner. Turning him around. Bouncing him off the turnbuckle. Suplex. But Shulk escaping that grapple. Joker kicking him off. Shulk with a jawbreaker. Just very back and forth at the moment. The Monado smash. Into the cover. There's two Joker kicks out. Shulk forcing Ren back up to his feet. Running knee. And are we looking for one more Monado smash? No, the Monado Buster. And the cover, there's two. And Shulk. Off the back of Joker having a I have no idea what the hell he was doing kind of match. Shulk keeping things much more simple. And in the end, coming home victorious.
Here is your winner, Shulk.
And starting off our second half of matches.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Death Valley, Kaine.
Introducing first, it is Kaine. And her opponent, she is your Women's Universal Champion. It is the Flamebringer and the Special Inquisitor from Morag, Lady Morag. And here we go, both of them in ready, ref rings bell, and Morag immediately dragging Kaine towards her, clothesline sending her down into the immediate pin, only going to be one. Kaine back to her feet, but Morag back on the offense. Taking Kaine back down, stomping down on the hand, on the arm, rather. Stomping down on the knee. Morag grappling Kaine from behind in a rear waist lock. Headlock from Kaine. And Morag getting out, sending Kaine over the top rope. And Kaine trying to get back into this match and doing a pretty good job walking Morag away from the ropes. Big boot. Ending that little bout early. And Kaine walking Morag back to the southeast corner. Clothesline. And Morag trying to get Kaine back into her feet. Doesn't have to wait long. Knife edge chops, right hands, and setting Kaine up on the top rope. Gut wrenching, slamming her down. Morag going for the cover. There's one and only one. Stomping down on the chest. And Kaine looking for the clothesline, but not getting it. Morag sending her for an Irish whip. Jumping over. And just slamming her down. Into the cover now. There's two. And Morag working on the neck. And now Morag locking in a Fujiwara armbar. And Kaine immediately getting out of that. Morag back on the offense though, forcing Kaine up, flatliner. Into the cover, there's one, there's two, Kaine kicks out with force. What is Morag looking for here? Kaine seeing that coming, turning that around with a back elbow. And now picking her up, slamming her down. And the cover. There's only one as Morag kicks out. Morag back up to her feet. The Moscow Missile. Into the cover. There's two. Morag kicking out again. Slaps to the chest, just because why not? And sending Morag into the corner. Work on the arm. Turning her around, sending her shoulder first into the turnbuckle. Kaine sending Morag into the referee. Over the shoulder, sending her down into the cover. 1, 2. Morag kicks out. And an H-bomb. One, two. And Kaine going from unable to buy a win to 2 wins in a row. And that just goes to show just how quickly things like that can Can flip.
Here is your winner,
And doing it against a champion, no less. Well, yeah, that's 2 weeks in a row that she managed to beat a champion. What the hell is going on, Kaine? Where does this come from all of a sudden? And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first, he is your men's Cruiserweight champion, (9S).
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from the Machine Age, weighing in at 215 pounds, the Grand Prix Men's Cruiserweight Champion, Niles F.
And what is going on with 9S this year? Because he seems to be a lot more cynical, aggressive, egotistical, I don't know, compared to last year.
And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 149 pounds, Jaren!
And his opponent, it is the ringleader himself, Jaren. And Jaren coming up very, very short at the tournament on Sunday, giving Tyon his first win of the year. That's how far he fell. How far short he fell. You know, when you talk big, you have to act big as well. In the big moments. And yeah, no, that was not Jaren. That was not him. And here we go, ref rings the bell. They immediately meet in the middle. Locking up. And 9S walking Jaren back to the southeast corner. Referee having to break them up. Jaren with a kick to the chest. And locking up again, collar and elbow. Jaren this time overpowering 9S, walking him back to his own corner. And again, referee having to break them up. And again, Jaren with a cheap shot. Suplex into the cover. There's two. Locking up again. And now Jaren walking 9S to the eastern ropes. Referee having to break them up. Keeping a close eye on Jaren and making sure that he doesn't get a cheap shot in for the third time. And Jaren bouncing 9S off the top rope. Back elbow kick to the chest, spinning back fist. And a flying leg drop across the throat. 9S back up to his feet. Kick to the chest. Rolling neck snap. And a snap elbow to the chest. Jaren to the outside, 9S to the top rope, Jaren back in, 9S back down, diving axe handle, drop to the top of the head. Middle rope now, Jaren slowly back to his senses and fast enough pushing 9S away. Irish whip. Scoop slam. And stomping on the hand. 9S back into his feet. Catching Jaren with those clotheslines. Into the cover. There's two. Jaren kicks out. Jaren back to the outside, back in. And avoiding the grapple. Beautiful reversal, sending 9S for an Irish whip, diving underneath. 9S avoiding the attack, though. Wrist lock. 9S with a shot right across the chin. Elbow to the spine. And Jaren elbowing out. Looking for the drop kick, but 9S managing to roll out of the way. Back body drop. Over the shoulders. Off the top turnbuckle. And kicking down on the chest. Nines. What are we looking for here? The running bulldog. And the cover. 1, 2. Jaren kicks out. And now Nines trying to hype the crowd back up. Axe handle, or axe dropped right to the chest and now locking in a Kojai clutch. Will we see a tap out? Will we see a break? And 9S releasing his own hold because this game is a piece of crap. Into the cover. There's one. There's two. There's three. And you seriously could not have just held on to that Kojai clutch 9S. Seriously. You know, Jaren, the thing about having to, the thing about saying, oh, I should have won this thing, you need to back it up with actually winning the matches after that to make people believe that, yes, you should have won the original match that you said that you should have won, but, well, I guess not. And 9S continuing to have a pretty strong run as of late. How long can this hold, though? And now for our main event of the evening. Introducing first. Coming up just a bit short at the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Representing Diamond Mine from Tokyo, Japan, the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, only coming in, you know, only making it to the second round, being eliminated by Uni, of all competitors. Knocking a free pass to the championship match. We're looking to put on a show here tonight and prove that she still has it. And her opponent, somehow, she is your women's Cruiserweight champion. Legitimately, I have no idea how. Doing the things that the main trio couldn't do last year, and that is hold on to the belt for more than a month at a time. It is Lora.
And her opponent from out of this world, the Grand Prix Women's Cruiserweight Champion, Lora.
And kind of disappointed that this isn't a championship match, but, well, we can't all be that spoiled. And here we go, crowd on their feet. Ref rings the bell for this main event, and Kasumi immediately beginning with a shot to the leg, taking Lora down with a hair drag, and now stomping down on the face. Arm breaker. And a double leg drop kick right to the spine. And a double foot stomp. Sumi middle rope. Somehow getting the distance with that double leg, or that axe handle drop. And sending Lora face first into the mat, stomp to the inside of the arm. Inside part of the elbow, kicks at the face. And Lora starting off this match on the back foot. Kasumi walking behind her, heading up to the southwest top rope, looking for the diving accidental drop, but Lora seeing that coming, getting out of the way now, sending Kasumi over the top rope. Looking to knock her off, and does. And we head to the outside. Always a dangerous place to be. Lever pull arm breaker. And I know that because this is my second time recording this match. And the first time ended in like 90 seconds because they went to the outside and Lora just kept Kasumi along the outside. Diving senton from Lora, but Kasumi just stepping out of the way. And now heading up top, seeing an opportunity for a high-risk, high-reward move. Diving elbow right between the shoulders, connects. And back into the ring we go. And now Kasumi looking for a sneaky little pin attempt, only going to be one. Diving double leg drop kick, but nobody's home. Moonsault from Lora connects to the spine. And a sliding leg drop, but Kasumi getting out of the way. And a Hurricane Rana. Or a Poison Rana? I actually don't know. But there's a Stun Dog Millionaire, I know that. And Kasumi heading up top. Diving corkscrew moonsault into the cover. There's 1, 2, and Lora will not kick out, and Kasumi showing that she is not a fraud, putting Lora away quickly. And as we watch the replays, I would like to thank you all for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse. As yeah, I most likely will not be having any episodes next week because of, like I said, some life things going on. But yeah, hope to see you on Friday for Eclipse, and then in a couple of weeks' time, Monday for Geronimo, Wednesday night for Wingcrest, and of course Friday night for Eclipse as we continue to get ready for our Summer SmackDown, which is going to be Tenko Chabashiro versus Aegis, and then Kanji Tatsumi versus Shinjiro Aragaki at the main events. But until then, we are signing out from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. See ya.